Hello, you are watching the Nouvel Esprit video series on the theology of the body. This video is dedicated to audience 47. We are your hosts. I am Jeremy Hossotter.
And I'm Guillermo Moreno.
So this audience marks the beginning of a new subsection within our topic of the heart, or I should say within this section of the heart. And we're going to shift now to the question of eros. And what is the relationship between eros and the New Testament ethos? So, eros was first introduced in audience 22, and it has several meanings. If you're interested, footnote 56 gives a nice developed treatment of the Platonic conception of eros, and footnote 57 references C.S. Lewis' book, The Four Loves, which is a great read and I recommend to all of our listeners. All right, so in general, just a brief brief look. Plato's meaning of eros is simply this inner power that draws man towards all that is true, good, and beautiful. It is a transcendental power because it's a reaching out beyond matter. So in the Platonic description for Plato, it kind of introduces or it does introduce a dualism between these things are spiritual, truth, beauty, and goodness, and then you have the body and matter. And how JPII is going to approach at eros is by focusing on this particular meaning of the eros being this inner power that draws man towards truth, beauty, and goodness. And so another meaning of eros is what we're probably more used to hearing, and it's just in general this attraction to of or just sexual attraction, sensual attraction that has a sensual nature. You have this reciprocal arousal that is ordered towards the conjugal union. That's how we normally think about it. So then the question is simply, how do we understand eros within the Bible? We have this kind of common meaning, you have this Platonic conception. How are we to reconcile eros and the New Testament? So when we talk about the erotic in common language, concupiscence is understood in psychological and sexological terms. And sexology, in case you were unfamiliar with the term, is the study of human sexual behavior. So the psychological, sexological interpretation of concupiscence is that concupiscence is a subjective intensity towards an object due to its sexual value. And this intensity is due to a mastery over man's bodiliness and his kind of emotive sphere. So if we understand this concupiscent desire of Matthew 5, when the man looks at the woman and desires her and thereby commits the adultery of the heart, if we look at this concupiscent desire within the psychological view as uh, erotic phenomena, then the erotic is going to it will refer to all the ways of acting and the reciprocal behavior that are manifestations of this interior act of the heart. So you have the erotic then is referring kind of the external manifestations of what is inside the heart of man. And so the erotic will refer to that which is derived from desire. And so in this way of thinking, Matthew 5 represents then a condemnation of the erotic and it's a warning against it. So if we take the a psychological view of the concupiscent desire, then it would seem then that Matthew 5 condemns eros and the erotic and warns us against it. And the question is whether that is the view that does justice to the biblical data. And so JP2 proposes a second way of understanding the erotic by bringing us back to this Platonic conception of eros as the power that attracts man to truth, beauty, and goodness. And this conception that gives us an opening to the New Testament ethos. So this call to truth, beauty, and goodness means that within the ethos of redemption, the New Testament ethos, that the necessity of it entails the necessity of overcoming everything that is derived from the threefold concupiscence. And so with this interpretation, eros and ethos will converge within the human heart. And so when we think about the New Testament ethos, while yes, there's this prohibition to protect values, this is not the entirety of its ethos because the New Testament ethos is about making values accessible and realizable if he learns to open his heart. And so when you have the convergence of the erotic with ethos, you do get this opening of the heart because the erotic understood in terms of this integration of this power that opens man to the truth, beauty, and goodness. That if you integrate this idea of eros with the kind of the common conception of the erotic, how we understand it within the sphere of the conjugal union, then you have a way of understanding it, the erotic, within the New Testament ethos. Guillermo, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
You have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, it's a little off topic, but
Okay.
but um, what comes to mind in terms of eros in the New Testament, it's Romans 1, insofar as this attraction, this human attraction to the true, the good, and the beautiful. Well, there's something about creation itself, the beauty of creation, that really draws us to God ultimately, and that's why Paul says in Romans 1 that they are without excuse. Those who just do not live a morally upright life. I'm botching his words exactly, but paraphrasing him, he's alluding to the fact that we can know that there is a moral law, and he doesn't call out eros by that word, but he alludes to it in Romans 1.
So you're saying he's condemning eros
No, he's alluding to it.
in a positive or negative manner?
Absolutely positive way.
Okay, I'm just double checking, make sure I understand what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's alluding to it in a positive way to.
Oh, I forgot to make the connection with our drive towards the true and the beautiful, and it's interconnected with goodness as well.
Okay, I think I'm following you now. All right, is that everything?
Yep.
Okay. Are you sure? Going once,
Yep.
going twice. End of the video. Thank you for watching our video. This one was a little short, but others have been little on the long end, so it's good that we have some short ones every once in a while. If you have been enjoying our content, please like, share, and subscribe to our social media, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, something else. We have a lot. Also, please consider making a donation financially, either through PayPal or Patreon. Your financial support goes towards the maintenance of our website and the purchasing of materials so that we can providing you with great resources such as this video series and our many articles. You can read our articles on our website at nouvelesprit.com. They're all free for everyone to read and enjoy. Also on our website is our podcast. Guillermo, can you give some more information about our podcast?
Yes, in our other podcast series, we talk about a variety of topics, such as trends in culture and politics, and we address them from a Catholic personalist perspective. You can listen to our episodes directly on our website, lenovelesprit.com, or you can use the Nouvel Esprit, the website, to locate us on buzzsprout.com, where we actually upload our episodes. Or you could also um, go to Buzzsprout to locate us in other popular platforms such as Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
In case you're wondering just where do I go to find all the social media, you can just simply go to lenovelesprit.com/subscribe. Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Patreon, our various social media platforms for our podcasts are all right there in that one spot. That is lenovelesprit.com/subscribe. Anything else, Guillermo?
I would just like to ask our viewers and listeners to keep us and our mission in your prayers.
Yes, please remember to pray for us. And with that, we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone. God bless.